All right, we're live. We're back with the Tripod Podcast. I got my boy Matt. I got Dan. We're ready to talk some last week matchups. What happened? Looking back, we're ready to talk matchup previews. What's going to happen? And then everyone's favorite segment, whatever Dan chooses to come to the table with, and I hope it tops rating QB haircuts. So jumping right in, looking at last week, reviewing those matchups. First things first, my matchup was Sean. Who did you predict was going to win this one, Matt?
Sean, I got this one right. That Kyren Williams trade is looking worse and worse for you by the week.
It is.
I mean, you got Richardson, who's just absolutely balling out. What do you get him in, like the 9th, 10th round? Probably later than that.
Yeah,
what round
9th
did
round.
you draft him in? Yeah, I mean, but that Kyren trade is just getting you. Ayuk is going off. Now, Sean had this one obviously pretty handily. Herbert balling out. Bijan's going crazy. Sorry, man.
That's okay. I think I texted you and Kenny the morning that those games started and immediately said that I was cooked in that matchup because I think Kyren ripped off like 2 straight TDs to start that game. And after that, it was all downhill for me. I am encouraged. You know, Richardson had a great game. I think he can keep that up. So hopefully things turn around for me this week. But hats off to Sean. That was a big win for you, man. Putting up almost 151 points. This team's looking solid. All right, moving on to the next matchup. We had Steve defeating Ryan. Steve just keeps rolling.
Dude, I mean, you know, he had Kamara start up this week, and that was a down performance by Cousins, and by Olave. I mean, Olave had 1 point, 1 catch for 4 yards. Cousins put up 12 points, but Kamara's inserted in his lineup. Andrews finally broke off. Jefferson had a huge game. Puka, Lord knows what's going to happen with Cooper Kupp coming in, but he had a monster game. Baltimore defense pains us all to say, but Steve's just a juggernaut, man. He's just rolling right along.
Yeah, Steve's team looks unstoppable. Unstoppable.
Sucks for all of us.
Olave, huh? I thought it was Olive. Cool. Learned something today.
Proud of you.
Olave. Olave. After this hand ass whooping that Steve put on Ryan made a few trades. Dan, I would love to get some on the spot analysis of those trades. Thoughts?
Trades. Ryan made some trades, huh? Yeah, making moves in the league, man. The new guy coming in making a splash. Man. My honest opinion, I have no idea what trades Ryan made, but I'm sure it was really smart and it was probably formulated in his Excel sheet. You know, he gave some excellent draft reviews and excellent grades during his draft review. So I'm sure there's something in his algorithm there that supported those trades. So I stand behind it.
And, you know, speaking of Ryan, what do we think of the nicknames, Dan? He's been dropping some nicknames on those players. What do you think of those?
Let me take a look at some of these nicknames.
Thanks for paying attention.
You know,
hammock parties. What do you think of hammock parties?
You know, as the third hottest quarterback in the league, you know, I would love to see Patrick Mahomes in a hammock. So I appreciate that nickname for sure.
I mean, he did nickname CD Lamb, so very impressive.
Is that a nickname, CD Lamb? Isn't that his name?
I think it just reverted. I think it reverted to that once he left his roster. I don't think that's his original name for him.
Yeah, makes sense.
What about Try Maria's uvula? Is uvula like pussy?
Is that an uvula? You know,
what the hell's an uvula?
Isn't that the little thing that dangles in the back of your throat? Isn't that? Wait,
isn't that what that is? Isn't that the receiver from the Saints, Chris Uvula?
You know what, Matt? I just Googled it. Yes, you are absolutely correct. You know your anatomy, man. It is nothing to do with a vagina, as me and Justin thought. It
You
is
gotta
not a
What is
tickle
it?
vulva.
What
Maria's.
is
You
it?
gotta
It's
tickle
that little
Maria's
hanging
uvula
thing, the little hanging dangly shit in the back of
in
your
the back
throat.
of your throat.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
dick reaches like halfway to that thing.
You gotta tickle it, man. You gotta try Maria's uvula. You gotta tickle it.
All right.
All right
Uh,
then.
moving on. On that note, we had Matt hang 184 points on, you guessed it, Val.
Yeah, that was a savaging right there. Vintage Derrick Henry, McCaffrey just went nuclear. Gabe Davis had a game, but I mean Nico Collins, then Devon Achane. I hate to say that last name. I mean, he's been a revelation. I'm hoping he keeps it going throughout the season, but if he keeps going that way, that's league winning type shit. But it felt good, not only beating Val, but unseating her record of most points scored in a week ever. So took 2 L's last week for Val. Um, and she still
Yeah,
keeps
it's
trotting
rough.
out Chuba Hubbard, Michael Thomas, and for whatever fucking reason, DeAndre Hopkins. Val, throw that fucker on your bench. He is no longer the DeAndre Hopkins we all know and love.
He wishes he had Brock Osweiler thrown to him. Din, Matt made a trade this week. Thoughts?
If Matt made a trade, man, poor guy. He probably got fleeced as usual. He probably made a trade with the commissioner, man. Gave him his best players, something like that. Sounds about right.
I can always count on Matt when I'm going to drop somebody to waivers to just trade him to Matt for a couple of
It's
fab.
it's really nice when you have a junior team to draw from, man. I wish I had that.
About strategy. All right. Well, congrats, Matt. It's an awesome win. Did we mention
Thank you.
that was?
Thank you.
Did we mention that was the highest point total scored ever in the history of this league? Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Felt good.
All
First win of
right,
the season, sadly enough.
there's probably one more to come. Moving on to Anthony and Matt and Jeff. Anthony took this one. Actually, it turned out to be a somewhat close game. Anthony only won it by 13 points. Josh Allen and Diggs combined for a whopping 80 points. So 2/3 of the points coming from those two players. Any thoughts here?
They bailed him out. I mean, you look down the rest of it. I mean, Debo, not even 1 point. I mean, Dalton Kincaid, 6 points. Weirdly enough, Drake London, 11 points. I mean, that's a salvage for that touchdown. But barren across the rest of his lineup. The Diggs Allen matchup finally came through in a big way and saved him. But poor Jeff. Josh Jacobs finally balled out. He keeps rolling out Joshua Kelly, who's been terrible, taking over for Austin Eckler. Keenan Allen came crashing back to earth. Of course, he does that the week after I play him. Donald Parham had no catches, 1 target. Jags defense, 22 points. Jesus. Yeah, that was the story of the week for Anthony, that Diggs Allen stack. Other than that, it was brutal across the board.
Jeff's got a lot of nicknames too.
T-Law, very inventive. Josh Jacobs, JJ. T. Higgins, help me on this one.
I like the
Keenan
Romeo
Allen.
Dobbs Juliet nickname. That's a good one.
What does he got? Julie. All right, yeah. David Njoku in Jokes on You. Oh, that's a very dad joke right there. Kadarius Tony Baloney. Michael Gallup, IR. All right. Mark Hollywood Brown is Josh Who. Judge Judy. All right, there. That's a good decent one. Better than Ryan's, I'll say that much. Din,
All right,
thoughts?
moving on. Yeah,
Nope.
Din, thoughts? No, none. Okay.
Yeah, no thoughts, no thoughts. I appreciate the dad joke though.
Kenny
Solidarity.
versus Kevin. Kevin
Oh,
just killed it 140 points scored to Kenny's 104. Yes, Kenny comes back down to earth this week.
Kenny, we love you, but man, it looks brutal across your lineup, except for Arthur Juan Brown dropping 38.5 points. Other than that, just a dominant performance by the stepbrother. Except for Najee Harris. Why do you keep riding Najee Harris, Kevin? We need answers. We deserve answers. Why you keep sticking by Najee Harris? He's terrible. Justin, thoughts on Najee Harris?
Najee Harris is a complete fraud and has no business, just no business being on anyone's fantasy team. The dude literally just, his game is just running it straight to the back of an offensive lineman 14 times a game.
Hey, but he's got DJ Moore, who is going off tonight. Went off last week. That could be the difference this week.
I mean,
DJ Moore. Who'd have thought it?
Kevin's got two amazing players. One, he's got a DJ on his team, and then two, he's got Golden Gloves. Man, you can't lose with Golden Gloves on the team.
Golden Gloves is the wide receiver 10 this year.
And for anyone who doesn't know, Golden Gloves is Adam Thielen, because in one game, one time that Din saw, he was wearing yellow gloves. And Golden Gloves was born.
And forever he shall live.
I like, Din, you have to do everything you can to trade for the only DJ in the league.
That price is high now. If you had traded for him from 2 weeks ago, you could have got him for nothing.
Fucked up. I'll have to look at my roster.
The last matchup for us to review, Alex versus Val. This one ended up being, what looks like the closest one of the week. Alex only won by 3 points. Both teams scored under 100 points. So just not a lot of good things happened in this matchup. Really, it came down to Lamar Jackson just having a monster game, 30 points. McLaurin, 22. The rest of it's really forgettable.
Didn't really.
I'm sorry.
Up.
This is not Val. I just see a losing team and I assume it's Val. This is Din. Din, what happened here?
You know, I really like spicy potato chips, man. It looked like I was gonna win. You know, I had a stellar cast of players this week, and you know, you guys threatened me with a good time. A potato chip that's spicy. I love spicy, so I'm gonna go for 0-12 this year.
I'm just gonna say it. I feel like you eating the chip is like the least fun outcome.
Yeah. I'm gonna put some Tapatio on it, put a little bit of Pico de Gallo on it. I can't wait, man. This is gonna be delicious.
It's not gonna be fun though. It's just gonna be a letdown watching you. Anybody else is like, oh, this is exciting. With you, it's just, and we have a special guest.
I think it'd be funny if Porter ate the chip, and then just to watch the ensuing chaos.
I've been training him for spice. My man's ready.
Porter, what do you think of Daddy's fantasy team? Yeah,
he's the best.
Finger up his nose. Well, looks about right.
At least you make two kids, man. All right, moving on. We're going to go into this week's matchup previews, starting with, looks like we got Matt versus Anthony. What are you guys' thoughts on this matchup?
Some good matchups for me across the board. Even though I'm trotting out 3 Dolphins with that offense, I think it works pretty well, obviously. Playing the Giants, who are helpless as shit. So I think those 3 Dolphins go off. I still think Henry, even though McCaffrey's playing Dallas, he's matchup proof. Nope, giving myself and newly acquired TJ Hawkinson. No, I think I take the win in this one. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah, I disagree, man. I feel like Anthony's going to take this one. Dude, like Allen and Diggs, I feel like they're going to have another great game.
They for sure
look unstoppable. You know, I think it comes down to, honestly, the X factor of this matchup, I think, is going to be Tank Dell versus Nico Collins. Whoever scores the most points between those two, I think, is going to end up taking it. But I just feel like Tank Dell's going to have a better week than Collins. Collins got the touchdowns last week. I think Tank Dell's a little due. So I'm going with Anthony here. Dan, break the tie.
Easy. I'm gonna have to go with Big Daddy, man. He's got Tua. And as I said last week, he's number one.
The hottest QB in the league. All right.
I don't know how you think that, but how do you think Jimmy G's not the hottest QB in the league? There's no way Tua's hotter than Jimmy G.
Well,
Jimmy
maybe
G's
one
banging
of
porn stars out there.
One of us got to start him, man. Put him on the starting roster.
All right, you put him on your starting roster. Give yourself the number one ranking.
All right, next up, we got myself versus Jeff. Who you guys taking?
Well, you are playing your best friend's cousin this week. Unfortunately, he has what feels like every Chargers offensive player on his roster or on bye. He decided to pick up Damian Harris, the third string running back for the Buffalo Bills. So very good fill in. Unfortunately, you get Barkley back this week. Jeff, sorry, man. Even with Kmet kind of going off tonight, I think Justin takes this one.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. And it's not because I'm biased. This is just a bad bye week for Jeff. All day, I was wondering who he's going to pick up to put in that running back slot, and he just decided just to pick the first guy that he saw on Sleeper. Not sure if it'll work out, but we'll see. Din?
I'm gonna have to vote for Jeff on this one. He's put a little bit more effort into his lineup, man. There's like nicknames. There's nicknames. Not a single nickname on your side of the roster, man. Sorry.
You loser.
Yep. I'm a loser for not making up imaginary names for these people that already have names.
Like what it's done for Ryan's roster.
Even though I'm going to kill Jeff, there's still no one I'd rather party with. High five me. Next up, we got Steve versus Kenny. Who you got?
A rivalry renewed right here. Kenny, we're all pulling for you. I would love to say I'm taking you in this one, but I got to go with Steve. I'm sorry, man. He's just a juggernaut. He's unstoppable. Pains me to say it. It hurts, but I got to go with Steve. I'm still rooting for you, though.
Dan?
Everyone loves an underdog story, so I'm gonna have to go with Kenny on this one. 100%. He's got this. He's the comeback kid.
Yeah, part of me wants to pick the upset here too. I can't do it, not this week. I just think there's just too much firepower on Steve's side.
Yeah, Herbert came crashing down to earth tonight. I don't think Pierce has a good game. I think that one's going to be tight. I mean, he's trotting out some. I think Mostert, I think, is his biggest hurt, where I think he fumbled away the job last week, pun intended. Javonte is maybe going to play, but I think McLaughlin kind of took that starting role from him.
Yeah,
and that bum Mike Evans is on a bye. Sorry,
yeah,
Kenny.
There's just some guys here that just are uninspiring. Jordan Reed, like you said, Javonte Williams. He'll probably play, but it'll be one of those things where he's just on a snap count. Just isn't looking good for you, man. Sorry, Kenny.
Still love you.
Next up, Kevin versus Din. Before we jump in to like who we think, just Din, this Bears Commanders game just ended. You just put up in that game 40.98 points from Justin Fields, and you're still down by 17 points. What happened?
Ah, man. I have no words. When you go up against a DJ that can not only catch balls but spin records, I mean, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen. Like, how can I go up against that? How can I win against that? So we'll see. We'll see what happens this week. I still got some big boys that haven't played yet. DK Metcalf, he's gonna come in big come in clutch for me this week. So can't wait, man. Can't wait. It's okay. It's still early. It's still Thursday.
DK Metcalf, who just happens to be on a bye. Thanks for teeing that one up. You're just leaning into this DJ thing. Like, the only analysis you can give is that this guy's name is DJ.
He put up 49 points.
DK is close to DJ.
I mean, the proof is
one letter off.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just astonished that Kevin found a way. Kevin found a way this week.
Well, don't worry. You got Dallas Goedert,
AKA Matt Carlson.
Yeah, AKA 0 points a week.
Oof.
All right, who you guys taking?
I mean, even though he still has Najee Harris going, come on, Kevin. I still got to go with Kevin. Jordan Love is the QB3 on the year. That wasn't really predicted. That's been helping Kevin out a lot. I mean, and obviously DJ Moore just went nuclear tonight. That's going to help. And Golden Gloves, wide receiver 10. I got to take Kevin in this one. The stepbrother takes it home.
Yeah, I got to agree. I just, with just how DJ Moore just played, it's going to be really tough for Din to pull this out. Even though Devontae Adams going back up against the Packers, the revenge game probably goes out for like 60 points. But that still probably won't be enough. I'm going with Kevin. Din?
I'm going to go with me. I'm putting all my eggs into my boys here. 49ers are going to get like 10 interceptions, 20 sacks. And of course, Cooper Kupp's coming back, man. Cooper Kupp's coming back.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Ooh.
Oh.
Does he play this week though? Is he actually going to play this week?
We'll see. I'm going to put him on the roster and just pray. I won't even check Sunday morning.
I think you got to play him. I mean, he practiced in full today. Like, you kind of need a Hail Mary anyway to take this game. So
if he's active,
that's
you got to start him.
That's my Hail Mary. You guys forgot. You guys forget that I drafted him in the first round.
No, we didn't forget. We know.
All right. We're previewing next Alex versus Ryan.
Oh, Lord.
Two inspiring teams, both projected right now for pretty much the same amount of points. Who you got, Matt?
So I am going to go with Alex on this one. I think Bijan, reportedly this week, is not going to be on a snap count. He's going to be let loose. And if the Bears can go rampage the Denver offense, I think the Jets can too. Lamar Jackson's having kind of a bounce back year. Tony Pollard, Tyreek, there's no way he scores 4 or 5 points what he had last week. I think Tyreek has a monster game. I think Alex takes this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Alex too. Lamar's playing great. He's outplaying Mahomes right now. Mahomes just definitely wasn't worth second round, first pick of the second round. Just honestly was probably a reach. Lamar's outplaying him. Hill, I think, bounces back with a big game. Pollard, I think, has a nice game. Jonathan Taylor coming back from injury. I think Alex actually is going to end up scoring a lot of points in this matchup. I don't think it's going to be particularly close. I think Alex takes it.
Ooh, not even close. Calling a blowout.
Yeah,
I like it. Din, what do you think?
I'm gonna have to go with Ryan on this one again, man. A little bit more effort in the team lineup. We got the nicknames, of course, and I feel like Patrick Mahomes waiting for that breakout game, man. This is gonna be the breakout game against the Minnesota Vikings.
Against the checks notes Minnesota Vikings.
I thought you weren't a notes guy, Dan. I thought you trash those things. Just shoot from the hip here.
I'll always shoot from the hip, man.
Last matchup is Val versus Sean.
Oh boy.
How the hell did Sam Howell put up 29 points?
That was looking ugly from the beginning. I thought, oh fuck, Sean's screwed with this one because that guy had like, I think 1 point at halftime. I mean, they turned it on at the end, but holy shit, that was yeah. Who do you think is going to take this one?
I mean, I gotta go with Sean. I think he rolls to 4-1. The team just looks really good. Kyron's questionable this week, but it looks like he's going to play. Should continue to roll. Swift is rolling. There's just a lot to like about this team. Yeah, these running backs just put up points and getting almost 30 points from your QB that you were just subbing in as a bye week replacement. That feels really good, and that can propel a team to victory a lot of times. So I'm definitely going with Sean too.
Yeah, I think Val's running back's just a liability. I mean, why she didn't go after McLaughlin at least on waivers? Bijan's playing well. Ayuk's probably gonna have a big game. I think they're gonna probably more blanket Debo as opposed to Ayuk. Kyron is gonna have a big game again. DeAndre's going. I think Detroit's D is gonna go dominate Carolina. Sorry, Val. This one's Sean.
I'm gonna have to go with Sean. I'm gonna have to go with Sean on this one, man. I'll say he's got a 60% win percentage potential. So yeah, going with Sean.
I think Dib would be an awesome video coach in the NFL. Just sitting there, just doing dick all, just trying to show the guys some stupid videos and playing EDM the entire time.
All right. Well, that wraps up our matchup previews. Can't wait to see which one of us has the best record next week on these matchup previews. Well, good stuff, guys. That leads us to the segment that everyone's been waiting for. And I just want to say these are a complete surprise to Matt and I. So Din gives us no heads up as to what he's planning. All I saw today was a really blurry picture of a spreadsheet. So I know that there's some numbers that have gone into this, but don't really know what they are. I don't know if that was a real spreadsheet or if that was just a smokescreen. So without further delay, I'll turn it over to you, my friend.
All right. Well, thank you, boys, for taking us through our preview. I'm really excited. This week I decided to do another power rankings. I know everyone loves power rankings. So last week, there's a lot of subjectivity once again, hairstyles, etc., etc. So I was really inspired by some of the participation in the sleeper chat, and Ryan actually inspired the topic this week. He threw out there that he was interested to know how big each QB's dong was. So did a little bit of research. I channeled my inner mathematician. Okay. So thank you, Mr. Garber. Thank you, Sean, for letting me know he's still alive. I reached out to him and asked him for some algebra equations to figure out our QB's dong sizes. All right. So the formula that I came up with.
Did you say algebra?
Algebraic equation. Yes. I try to keep it very simple. Okay. But the formula that I came up with this week was, we all know that hand size, grip size correlates to penis size, right? We all know that. All right. So
have you seen Matt's hands? Look at those sausages.
Look at those sausages. Let me, Matt. After we get off the podcast, man, I go try this formula out. Okay. Let me know if it works or not. So hand size 1 with the to height ratio 2 gives dong size. All right. So it is hand size multiplied by X, which is dong size, equals height. All right. So I'm going to divide the hand size of each quarterback to find X. All right. We're just trying to solve for X here. It's a simple algebraic equation. We're going to start with number 12, Kenny, Brock Purdy. He's got the smallest dick in the league, man. I'm sorry. He might be the hottest guy in the league, but he's got the smallest dick in the league. His hand size is 10.5 inches. His height is 73 inches. And that rounds out to about 6.9 inches of penis. So he comes in at 12. Number 11, Lazarus, Anthony Richardson. He's got 7.2 inches. He's packing 7.2 inches, boys. So coming in at number 11. Coming in at number 10, Big Daddy. I'm sorry, man. Tua might be the hottest guy in our league, but he's got 7.3 inches down there.
Wait, what was the calculation on Anthony Richardson? He's pretty tall.
He is pretty tall. So unfortunately, height does not play in your favor here. Because, yeah, height does not play in your favor. The taller you are, it doesn't make your dick bigger. Unfortunately, it's an inverse relationship because you're dividing by your hand size. So sorry, man. Sorry, Anthony.
It's science, right?
It's science, man. It's not. It's simple facts and science, man. All right, get on board, man. Gosh. Number 10. Oh, I'm sorry. Big Daddy. Number 10. Big Daddy. He's got 10-inch hand size, 73 height. He comes in hot at 7.3 inches. Number 9 is Val with Jalen Hurts, 9.75-inch hand size, 73 inches of height. He's got 7.4 inches down there, man. Number 8, the Jeffersons, Steve and team, Kirk Cousins. He's coming in. He's packing 7.5 inches with 9.8 inches of hand size and 75 inches of height. Number 7, Anthony, Josh Allen. He's packing 7.6 inches, boys. Number 6, Lamar Jackson, packing 7.7 inches.
Take that, Kenny. Bigger than Jalen Hurts, baby.
Number 5, we got Kittles and Bits. Trevor Lawrence coming in at 7.8. He's actually tied. This is a two-way tie. This is completely the same stats with Justin Herbert. I don't know how that worked out. You can't judge a book by its cover, boys. 7.8 inches. Number 3, once again, this is why Patrick Mahomes, man. He's got 8. He's got a solid 8 down there. And then Kevin with Jordan Love, he's got 8 as well, so it's two-way tie there. And coming in at number 1, threw down the big dick energy tonight, Justin Fields, man, 8.2 inches. Biggest dick in the league. That's it. He proved it tonight.
Well, you heard it here first, everyone. Probably the only podcast on earth that just did what Din did.
Welcome.
Hard-hitting reporting we bring here to you from the Tripod Podcast.
I'm just here to give you guys the science, man. Science, that's it, man. There's no art to this.
All right. I just don't know what to say. That wraps us up. Thank you guys for another great week. It's fun. Everybody in the league, hope you're enjoying it. Again, let us know what you want to see. And hey, who knows? Maybe in the near future, we'll get one of you guys on to come on and compare dick sizes with Din.
Can't wait.
All right, everyone. Peace.
Bye.